Hey guys, welcome back. Emily Jean if you're new here, and today we are doing my July TBR. What am I going to read in July? Let's find out. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and let's get cozy. Okay, so I don't have my July TBR nailed down 100% because we are going on vacation at the end of the month and I'm so excited. Willard's gonna go on his first plane ride and we get to visit family. And I usually, well, before I had a toddler, I used to read a lot on vacation. So I'm not sure if I will read a lot this month or not, but a few things that I would like to read are Book 4 of Untamed. This is a carryover from June. I am on page 175, so I'm working my way through the House of Night series, which is kind of a fun little, not little, it's a 12-book series, a fun series about vampires, students. It's got a school setting, and I'm really enjoying this. So this is book 4, and I have to finish it because it's due back at the library. I might pick up book 5 this month. The next book that I really like to read is Raven. So this is the second in a amazing book series about a woman who can communicate with spirit. The first book was set in Scotland, which was really cool. There's a trio of friends and kind of their abilities and how they come together. So this is the second in the series by Tracy Shearer. The first one was Entwine. I read it in January of this year and really enjoyed it. So I've been called recently. I keep thinking about the story and the characters, so I know that I want to pick up the second in this series. So I'm excited to see what happens. I definitely want to read this in July. Okay, the next one that I want to read is actually a nonfiction. So I was watching, I think, a YouTube video about human history and found out that there's like 6,000 years of recorded human history, but there's hundreds of thousands of years before the recorded history of humans existing. What? I might not be doing justice to explaining that, but it just blew my mind about what were we doing, how we're existing, like what is still in our DNA and our body and our memories about those 900,000 years. I don't know if that's the right, don't quote me on that, but it was an extraordinarily long period of time. So in that video or somewhere I saw this book Sapiens recommended, and it looks so interesting. Have you heard of it? It's a brief history of humankind, and I guess it goes into like the different types of humans and how Homo sapiens came to be the primary human. This is stuff my husband and I talk about a lot, so it's really intriguing, and I definitely want to read this. I actually bought this from our local bookstore, so it felt really good to support our local community. And I'm just curious. It's been recommended all over the place. It's got some illustrations, and I think it's going to be a little bit like quirky too. I'm not sure if that's right or not, but this sounds really interesting, and I'm excited to be picking up a nonfiction this month too. It is heftier than I thought, and if I end up loving it, they actually had a graphic novel version of it in the store too, which I thought was really neat. One of my goals that I mentioned in my June TBR is that I really want to work through all of the books on my GoodReads want to read list from 2018 and before. So I'm slowly working my way through the remaining ones on there. And one of the ones that I've had on for a while is The Black Witch. I actually could not get it at the library for a long time, but finally through Interlibrary, one of the other libraries got it, and I can't remember what the heck this is about, but I know every time that I read the description, it's something that I want to check out, and I'm really excited to, with these pre-2018 want to reads, I'm either DNFing or reading. And I'm not going to leave it on there anymore. I'm making the decision. Do I want to read this or not? So I love that on the cover, it's like a feather and there's trees coming out of it. And then this quote, "Some echo of her dark power courses through my veins, waiting to be released." So I love a good book with witches as the character, especially if there's like a dark witch kind of piece to it, which the Black Witch makes me think dark witch. I don't know if it actually will be, but very curious to read this one and see how it turns out. And then I'm definitely going to bring my Kindle. I couldn't actually find the Kindle I'm using now, but this is another very dirty Kindle. You all know what a Kindle is. I don't know why I need to bring one. But for my Kindle, I'm going to be picking up probably more in the Succubus Harem series by L.L. Frost. I've been loving that. It's definitely very spicy. If you're not into spice, you might not want to pick it up. If you are into spice, you definitely want to pick it up. But it's not just about the spice, I swear. I love the characters. I love the plot. The spicy parts do make me a little uncomfortable sometimes. I'm like looking over my shoulder. Who's here? It's like, is this appropriate to be reading right now? But it's such a good series, and there's a bunch in the Succubus Harem series. It's about this succubus Addie who doesn't really want to be a succubus. So she's trying to like run a bakery to kind of absorb humans' pleasure energy that way without having to do more traditional succubus things. But she is a roommate. She's roommates with 3 destruction demons, and so it's kind of about their relationship and the demon world in general. It's just really fun. They're super quick reads, so I want to read those on the plane, seeing how Willard does. If you guys have any tips for traveling with toddlers, please drop them below. It's going to be a relatively short flight, which is good, and I think he'll do great, but just in case, we're preparing some activities and different things to do. But if I'm able to, I definitely want to read some of those on the plane and by the pool and on vacation. So that's my plan for July. We'll see what I actually read. I do love to sometimes pick up books in the airport when I'm traveling. There are a couple that are like really calling me from my shelf that I might end up picking up. As Far as You'll Take Me by Phil Stamper, I've kind of been feeling like I keep eyeing it when I walk by, so I might pick this one up. But we'll see. I guess the theme of July is I don't really know, and that's okay. I'm going to pick out what I'm called to. I'm definitely going to allow myself to mood read, vacation read, and then I'll let you know at the end of the month what I actually end up reading. So let me know if any of these books called to you. Thank you so much for watching another video, and I will see you very soon. Bye, guys.